Welcome to another episode of Craig Max Chasing Success. The young man you see on the screen, if he looks similar to me, it's because he he's family. He's my younger brother. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rod McKinnis.
Hey, hey,
Rod, welcome to the show, man. So
thanks, man.
so Rod, you're into a very unique business, and so I'm gonna let you tell the folks what business you're in and the name of the business.
So I am in the cannabis business, and the name of the
Hello.
company yeah, we're gonna get into it. The name of the company that I am an investor of is called Glow, and it's based out of Oklahoma. Yeah, so it's a very interesting industry, very interesting business, and be happy to talk to you more in detail about it.
Okay. So before we get into that, Rod, how long have you been an entrepreneur?
I've been an entrepreneur since 2004,
Okay.
and part of the reason I got into it, man, is I got really tired of the corporate race, and I felt like I could do more. I just didn't have the ability to do it while I was working corporate, so I was able to step out and do my own things.
Okay. All right. So what made you decide to get into the cannabis business?
Great question. So it's interesting, man. So I actually I invest in two businesses when it comes to cannabis. One is actually in Los Angeles, and I got into that one back in 2017 when a client of mine brought it to my attention, and they were looking for capital to get into the business. This is in California, had just gone medicinal, and this company that was called Higher Purpose Delivery. This company was in the process of trying to become the DoorDash for cannabis, right? We recognized early that a lot of people didn't want to go to dispensaries to get their medicine, and we saw an opportunity to create this delivery service out there. So I was intrigued by the pitch. I met the players and was even more intrigued and saw that the talent was there, the products were there, obviously, and it was just a matter of helping them coordinate the process, man. And we put it together, and it's been up and running since 2017 out there.
Awesome. Awesome. So describe what your company does.
All right. So in Glow in Oklahoma, essentially we are a purveyor of cannabis products to people that are looking for cannabis as an alternative medicine. So let me just kind of give you a background about Oklahoma.
Okay.
When the opioid crisis hit the country, it hit Oklahoma pretty hard. There's a lot of folks right now that are trying to wean themselves off of opioids, which is a very dangerous narcotic.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the pharmaceutical industry is tailored is just expensive to get the medicine that's needed. And so a lot of people out there are looking for cannabis as the alternative to get the medicine that they need. And so we recognized that as an opportunity about 3 years ago. That if you have a good quality product that can help people when it comes to medicine, they'll build a pathway to your door, and that's what we're in the process of building out there. A lot of the states in the U.S. That have gone at least medicinal. It's 81% of the U.S. now has medicinal cannabis, right? And so the challenge that a lot of the states are facing right now is trying to get that California quality in their state.
Mm.
Um, California is the mecca when it comes to the quality of cannabis, and Humboldt County, it has its conspiracy theories, if you will, but that is the best place to grow quality cannabis. And so, because cannabis is not deregulated in the U.S., you can't transport it across state lines. So a lot of the states that are flipping to go green when it comes to cannabis, they're trying to get that quality. So we figured out a way to do it. We're not crossing state lines, obviously. However, I did come in touch with a very good talented grower who worked on Humboldt County that was looking to do something different. And we basically relocated him to Oklahoma and giving him all the things that he needs to replicate that environment in California to create some California quality weed in Oklahoma. So that's what we do. We try to make the best quality weed possible and provide it to the customer base that needs it.
Okay. All right. So who are your customers? I mean, you don't are you going directly to people, or is there a third party involved that you?
Great question. So in California, we're direct to customer. We don't work with the dispensaries. In Oklahoma, our dispensaries are our customers. So we basically fill their shelves with quality products from pre-rolls to rosin to any other type of byproduct of the cannabis plant. And you know, in Oklahoma, for example, there's over 400,000 medical card carrying patients. They call them patients that are looking for product through the dispensaries. And so I don't know if you've ever been to Oklahoma, man, but there's literally a dispensary on every corner in Oklahoma.
I
Right?
bet.
and so and so people and they're there for a reason. People are trying to find their medicine, right? So
Mhm.
in California actually is the number one area for cannabis. It's the largest cannabis market on the planet. And
Mm.
so out there, the laws are a little different. They enable us to go straight to consumer with the delivery service, but in Oklahoma, it's not the case. You got to go through the dispensaries.
Mm. What's been your biggest challenge so far with your business?
Wow. So in both markets, they have unique challenges. Like I said, in California, because it is the largest market, saturation and a lot of competition was our biggest challenge out there. We really had to separate ourselves and make ourselves more of a unique service. And that's exactly what we focused on, the actual service and the quality of our service. And so that has enabled us to distinctly distinguish ourselves from a lot of other competitors in that market. In Colorado, I got to be honest, man. The biggest challenge we face is the regulatory bodies because this business is so new and people the regulatory bodies are trying to figure out ways to facilitate the regulation of the cannabis industry on the fly.
Hmm.
So, you know, California is in Colorado. They have been probably the most mature markets that we have in the U.S. because they were the first to go.
Mm.
Oklahoma went medicinal 2 years ago, and they're still trying to figure a lot of things out, and it's causing a lot of frustration with the operators
Mm.
in the state. For example, the OBNDD, Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotic and Dangerous Drugs, has created some very stringent regulatory items that people have to meet in order to stay in business. And they gave people a very strict, hardcore deadline to have these things met. And if you didn't meet the criteria, if you didn't meet the laundry list of items, you were shut down.
Mm.
They
Wow.
wouldn't renew your license. So that's been a challenge in Oklahoma, man. Just the regulatory bodies.
Right. Do you anticipate other states legalizing marijuana?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's coming.
It's
It is
coming.
absolutely coming. Yeah, because you know I'm surprised. Like I said, 81% is there are there now, and when I say 81%, that's for medicinal purposes. You cut that in half, and that's what you have for medicinal and recreational. But I would imagine more states are going to flip to go recreational for a couple of reasons. One, they figured out how to generate tax revenue from it.
Mm.
And so this is a huge revenue generator for the states that are doing it the right way.
Mm.
And then secondly, people want it. I mean, it's a to me, I'm quite surprised that it's not more of a political issue
Hmm.
uh, with the candidates that are running for president right now. But I would imagine shortly in the near term that the cannabis will be deregulated and more states will flip to allow it to be legal.
What do you think will be the next state to legalize it, in your opinion?
That's a great question, man. I don't think it will be Texas. Let me just say it that
Oh.
way. So yeah, I think a lot of the ruby red states will be the last to go, but
Okay.
I do think that more of the is interesting, man. There's a lot of people flowing out of California. They
Right.
are.
They're coming
And
here to Texas.
they are coming to Texas. They've come to Arizona, where I'm located, and
Right.
they've actually flipped Arizona from ruby red to green. Right? We are legal for medicinal and recreational purposes here. Which if you would have asked me that 5 years ago, I would have told you there's no way. But I
Mm-hmm.
think with the evolution of the exodus of California, it's having a lot of influence on a lot of policy. And as these folks migrate to other parts of the country, you're going to find that more states will become more cannabis friendly, in my opinion.
Wow. All right. So you're just in Oklahoma. I mean, I know you have the business in California,
Yeah.
but you said the Glow right now is in Oklahoma. What's the projected growth of that industry in Oklahoma over the next 5 years?
It's massive, and that's the one of the reasons why we're there. So in 2022, Oklahoma did over $800 million in cannabis sales,
Did you just
right?
say 800 million?
$832 million in cannabis sales in 2022, and they're still tabulating the numbers for 2023. I would imagine that we've crossed the $1 billion mark there now. And you got to understand, that's just medicinal. They haven't even flipped it to go recreational yet. Recreational was on the ballot about 2 years ago, and it got voted down, and I'm kind of glad it did. But once it goes recreational, man, just to kind of put it in perspective, when California went from straight medicinal to recreational, our operations tripled revenue overnight. I mean,
Wow.
it was ridiculous. When Nevada did it, they ran out of product for days. I
I
mean,
can
they
imagine, man, because the last time I was in Nevada, as soon as I came through the airport, as soon as I got out the airport, there was weed in the air.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, these consumers want their product, and
Man,
they're serious about it, and they're becoming a huge voter block these days, and they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna change a lot of policy throughout the country.
wow. Wow. Well, man, that concludes this interview. You've answered all the questions I had about it, and I'll bring you back if they legalize it in Oklahoma. I'm gonna bring you back so you can talk about it some more. So, Ryan, little brother, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, man. Again, I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, man. Anytime.
There you go. And so, I'll bring you back because I know you're involved in other stuff other than this. So I'll bring you back for another segment down the line.
Be happy to do so, man, and keep doing your thing, brother. I've seen some of your podcasts before me, man. You're doing a great job, dude.
Thank you,
Mom and dad
bro.
be proud of you, man, for sure.
Love you, man. Take
I
care.
love you too. Take care.